Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So, it's Monday again. Yeah, it's Monday. And today we're going to talk about um, why a mantra. Why mantras? Why do I open up Mondays for mantras? Well, I open up Mondays for mantras because they are absolutely wonderful. They are um, a beautiful way of starting your week. It sets an intention, and it does manifest. It manifests very well. Um, this week, what am I feeling as far as the energies are concerned out there? Well, what I am feeling is a need for clarity, a need for the uh, to set a bullcrap filter for a lot of stuff that we're going to be hit with friends, with family, with even ourselves, believe it or not. Um, and this, what I call the BS filter that we're putting, that is called a mantra. And the mantra, hold on, guys, because I'm also doing this in another group. Um, what we have is an understanding what a mantra is. A mantra is a set intention that what you do is like I like Mondays to do that Mondays because it sets the whole week and what I'm working on. And as this BS filter that we need this week energetically anyway, what it does is it creates itself as a focus, right? It is the object of a focus that actually produces a type of relaxation, a type of um, meaning for you. Um, so there is a lot of BS coming this week energetically, um, and a lot of things in our minds that are not true. So we need to move ourselves away from that. We also in the energies, I feel there is I don't know why I'm getting that, and maybe you guys know why. But and to everyone it's different, um, because depending on the mantra that you are putting together and you're going to use, um, this one particular or maybe two particular chakras are going to be affected, right? Affected, but usually in a good, right. Oh, you are just Oni? Good morning, Daryl. Yes. So yeah, I mean it's like and we have to be the ones to allow that in. And we do. We do. We do because we really, since we all have a PhD in negative energies, because that is what we've learned. Oh, by the way, this is chai tea. I so recommend it. Um, but we all have a PhD in self sabotage, uh, and it's wonderful. It's an incredible degree, except we're using it wrong. The way we're supposed to be using that degree is for us not to fall in it, to understand it, to actually identify it and do something about it. Mhm. Because negative energies are all laden with lies, each and every one of them. And there's there's a positive side to a negative energy. And only you are going to know what it is and how it is. You need to use it and you need to bring it into your life, process it, and let it go. Take the nutrients out of anything that's negative and process it. Over the weekend, I had a channel from my galactic shaman guide. Her name is Alanea. And she speaks, she's beautiful. And it was a message to all spiritualists. And it's really interesting because the message was to help each other. So I'm feeling some things coming, and for spiritualists, I'm saying that we're going to all need to come together in one form or the other. Good morning, Jay. Nice to see you. We got Daryl and Justoni here with us. So there's going to be, especially this week, there's going to be little minions in our minds, and they're going to make us think things that great Justoni. We're going to be exposed to that energy. But what is the positive side of that energy? The positive side is how strong we can become to truly understand that this is just energy and it will not affect, because we will not allow its effect and our bodies to react. Well, absolutely, Justoni. And this is beautiful what you are sharing, because yes, we do. But Justoni, you have to understand one thing, very, very important, that I don't think you've seen it yet. We, as parents, and Daryl and Jay, you guys can attest to this, because men, as parents, also do the same thing for our children. What is it that we do for our children? Let's say my children are not all that, right? They're not all that. And I am in this elevated and very evolved and very ascended energy, and I leave my body and ascend. I am going to get to a realm, to a much higher realm, but I'm going to be asked, what did you do with the children I gave you? And a parent will always do this. They will look back and they will say, I either didn't teach them well, or I will give away my spot in ascension so that I can bring them up. We already decided that that was going to happen when we left this pilgrimage. This meat suit pilgrimage, when we leave it, we have already decided what was going to happen. And then we ask our children when we have to come back. In other words, here we are, and here are our children, or our grandchildren as well, but mothers and fathers are the ones that do this. And we are asked, okay, you're ready to ascend, but I want you to look at what your children, your offsprings, where they are in the ascension process. What is it, the most natural thing that we as spiritual beings are designed to do? We are designed to sacrifice anything and everything, including our ascension level, so that we can bring up those that were under our care. And the energies understand that. And then we come back and get the beautiful and an incredible opportunity to try and make a difference. And every time we come here with the same soul family to help them evolve and ascend, right? What we don't understand as children is they are much more ascended than we are. How wonderful it is that we get to live once again with our soul family, to learn once again. How important is it, that message, that ascension that we're supposed to go through, that our parents decide to come back and help us through it? What does that really mean? How important is it? What part of creation am I helping to ascend? Not only in this, remember, when we come here, we are also present in other lifetimes and in other universes, other realities. So whatever's happening here is affecting everything else, and happening everything else just in a different timeline. So how important is it and how honorable is it that we are so worthy that we as parents bring back our lives, and we don't mind going through this lifetime over and over again until we get it right? What is there? What importance is there in us to get it right? What are we contributing to the universe to make it right? Oh, yeah. So it's not that you feel embarrassed she needs to come back over and over because of you. No, no, no. Yes, exactly. In this reality, she needs to go back to help me. Exactly. That is exactly what it is, just Tony. Look, I just got the goosebumps. You guys see goosebumps there? I don't think you see the goosebumps. I got the goosebumps because that is what we do. That is what we do. As an ancestor, that is what we do. When we become that ancestor, that is what we do. We go, okay, so Justoni's gonna be born again. We really gotta get it right this time. But it doesn't really matter if she doesn't, because at some point she will. In one or a different reality, you are going to get it. And that's where we ascend. It isn't only here. Here, this is the meat suit pilgrimage when we take on a body. That's all this is. And you do have a huge mission in this reality and all other realities. My daughter, so you know, this is her first life. Well, this was her first life, right? The moment she came into this meat suit pilgrimage, I knew, okay, this is her first life. But when I went back to the Akashic Records and I went through her birth chart and I went through her lifetimes, I'm like, well, wait a minute. I thought that this was the first time. Dude, dumb. Once she made it as a body, a human, right? The spiritual into the human, there was an imprint. Now she all of a sudden exists in all timelines, all dimensions, all universes, all reality. So now that she just came here in this meat suit, she is everywhere. Tell me you understand that, because if you don't, now she's got multiple lives right behind her. And guess who decided to come with her in what we thought was going to be our last journey, which I'm hoping it still is our last tour, my twin and I. My twin and I are here to help our children. This is what we decided. We all decided that before we got here. So isn't that incredible? So just do not feel embarrassed, feel honored that you are important enough for your parents, your mother, to come here and to continue to live and help you. Oh, absolutely. When we come, we can say we don't want to come here anymore. We can decide on that. It's just that every time we go, we come back. hmm Because just only what that means is when we go up, we see the importance of the missions, and we're like, I just can't give up. I just can't give up. I need to go back. I need to fix this. Hello, Miss Pearl. How you doing? Okay, so make sure that you share this because we're talking about mantras and we're talking so much more. But I want to also share and subscribe and put that little, there's this little, it looks like a little bell. I don't understand YouTube very much, but very good, Pearl. Jay, I get it. I can go back to help my ancestors. Yes, we can. We can go back to any when we move into the quantum field. I want you guys to envision, because I don't like the word imagine. I like the word envision, because this year it's all about letting the unconscious have a rest. It's done enough. And we have to be in conscious awareness during our meditations, during our chanting, during our spiritual work, right? It has to be done in conscious awareness. Jay was one of my students. Right now, she is an incredible shaman. Exactly. And there is so much more clarity and truth when you are working in the spiritual field in full conscious awareness than not. Um, when we sleep, we must let the body and the mind rest while it goes and does its own journey and its own work in the collective. But the body needs to rest, and the body doesn't really rest when we're waking up in the middle of the night, allowing those memories to come and fill us up. No, that has to stop. Um, what? And sorry, I'm coughing. It's just I'm getting rid of the crud that we went through in the beginning of the year. But one of the things that is super important is, as we are moving in conscious awareness, right? Every little thing we do, it allows us to vibrate higher and higher and higher. When we don't have time to bring in the energy of fear, because we are working in clarity, fear no longer gets the energy that it wants. Therefore, all around us, there are these wonderful, wonderful, intelligent atoms. And these little atoms have these little photons, positive and negative. Which one do you want to feed? Because depending on the one you feed, it depends on what it is that comes and gets attracted to you. Yes. And there is. And this is real. And this is true. Because there is the law of attraction, right? But there are pieces to the law of attraction. And one of them is, what are you vibrating? There you go. So fear comes from ego. Not that you're egotistical and you think you're all that. No. Fear is an egotistical creation. Ego has a place in your life, everybody's life. What it is just to protect you. But we feed it so much and we give it so many jobs that it begins to grow. And it holds you with fear, holds you with anger, holds you with intimidation. And you live your life and you're like, what? How could I live this way? Once you understand what is giving you the fear and you take that power, you stop enabling ego. Give it a rest. Let it go to where it's supposed to be. And let it only do the work it needs to be. Because the more we enable it, the more it feels that it needs to encase us in a black box so that we don't get hurt. That is not the way that fear or anger or confusion or chaos is supposed to work. Those are external things that happen around us, and we can extinguish it in a minute if we're not living in ego. We need to let ego live its life. Dude, just do your work. Don't worry about anything else. I'm going to take care of that. I am ready for that. But you have to talk to ego about that. You have to journey, take walks, take long walks, talk with ego. It doesn't matter. People are going to look at you like they look at me. I know that in my neighborhood, everybody's like, there goes the girl that talks to herself. No, dude, I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to the ground. I'm talking to Pachamama. I'm talking to nature. I'm talking to ego, letting ego know thank you for taking care of me, but I do not need you to grow and to completely encase me in fear. Yes, exactly. So, what happens is once ego moves away from the meat suit, clarity sits in. You start understanding more. Good things start happening. Things that you've been wanting to manifest forever because now you are vibrating in a different direction, a different vibration. And now you're receiving higher vibrations because those lower vibrations you are setting aside. You are no longer feeding that lower vibration. So today, because I do have to go to work, today, our mantra for today. Hi, Anna. Our mantra for today. Are you ready? Do you guys want me to write it down? I'll write it down. I want you to take a deep breath. Hold it. And let it go very slowly. Good. The mantra for today. I vibrate in so much clarity that my fears have silenced. Okay? This is for the week because we need to practice this. So I'm going to write, I have, well, maybe not. Hello. I vibrate. Oh, I really, Mary? I vibrate in so much clarity that my fears have silenced. That is the mantra for this entire week because you will get tested this week. The energies are there. You will get tested. All right? And ego's going to come out fighting like a warrior because it feels that that's the job it needs to do. And it's not. You are the warrior. And you can do this. Okay? So all you have to do is take a deep breath in. When you hold your oxygen just a little bit, that breath, you are massaging your inner organs with extra oxygen. And you breathe out. And smile. Smile. When we speak and we smile when we speak, the vibrations change. The frequencies change. Let's practice. Hello, everyone. My name is Mary Nunez. Now, hello, everyone. My name is Mary Nunez. The difference in a smile when we are projecting an intention makes all the difference in the world. Speak more gently about yourself and your mission, and you will see. Namaste, ahum, to you and yours. See you tomorrow.